Again, sooner is better. On behalf of your Crestview, Eglin Air Force Base, and Fort Walton UPS stores, we want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year's. If you need any help, come into any of our stores and we'll be glad to help you. All right, see you next year.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple: to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those. Hi, I'm attorney Michael Gilbert, and from all of us here at Warrior Law, we wish you and yours a safe and happy holidays.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
The deputy's just going to tell me who we got.
Starting out, load the females in.
Did he say the females first?
Selena Boyd will be first. Selena
Okay.
Boyd.
That's mine. With Mr. Medina. Ms. Boyd?
Must be a recent appointment made in my jail box. I have not seen her, but.
She's a VOP on the morning docket?
What's the recommendation? You know?
The recommendation is incarceration. She scores 29.8 months DOC.
You're right, Steve Medina with Selena Boyd. I'm sorry, I was not aware that I've been reappointed.
Well, let me make sure that's true, because if not, I'm going to. Is this?
I think she's in my jail bucket.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Boyd. Mr. Medina? Okay. We filed a notice of appeal.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is the state's offer a DOC offer of 29 months plus or minus?
Yes.
Your Honor, she would enter a denial.
Okay.
And I'll meet with her and see if there's any way to resolve this. And can we have a January 21st?
Yes, sir.
Date?
Ms. Boyd, Judge Ketchel will see you back on the 21st, okay? Well, actually, it'll be Judge Clark.
Yes.
Judge Clark. Yeah.
I'm going to just set it for a VOP.
Next would be Wendy Harbin.
Just keep your mind.
Hey, Mr. Harbin, how you doing this morning?
No, she doesn't.
Come on up to the podium, man.
This is going to be Miss Wendy Harbin before the
Morning,
court.
Good morning.
We have a plea agreement to be filed on Miss Harbin's case, if I can approach her, Honor.
No. You have the score sheet as well?
I do not, Your Honor. I'll say to provide that later.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for documents?
Ms. Harbin, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Wendy Lynn Harbin, 5/8/1977.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
I have in front of me a written plea and sentencing agreement in case 24 CF 2634. You've gone over this with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Has he answered all your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
In going over this agreement, you're giving up quite a few rights by entering this plea. Do you understand the rights you're waiving?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if for any reason you were in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
All American.
Okay. All right, Ms. Harbin, any exceptions or objections to the score sheet, which I understand will be provided later?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I will accept your plea of no contest to the charge of felony petty theft as freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold the adjudication and place you on probation for 24 months. During that time, you must pay $5.15 in court costs, $150 public defender fee, complete 50 hours of community service, and pay restitution in the amount of $110 to Ulta Beauty. You may not trespass at the Ulta Beauty in Fort Walton.
I think it's all.
All of them, and complete the shoplifters awareness course.
And Your Honor, will the court also waive costs of supervision for?
I will waive costs of supervision. There's a $150 public defender fee. And I think that is it. You will have 24 hours to report to probation once you're out.
Yes,
Okay?
Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next will be Patrick Doherty.
Yeah, there's nowhere for me to sign. Okay. Okay.
Your Honor, this is Patrick Doherty, 22 CF 2970. We passed him over earlier so that we could
Welcome back, sir.
come up with a resolution. I have reviewed this agreement with Mr. Doherty. I'm just going to have him sign it now.
Today it's cold in the courthouse. It varies from day to day. No, I know, I'm.
So 12/17. If I may approach.
You may. Sir, as best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Patrick Kandori, 11485.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering this admission, you are giving up your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove that you violated?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
She's answered all your questions,
Entirely.
and you're satisfied with her representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will accept your admissions in case 22 CF 2970 as freely and voluntarily entered. I will sentence you to 11 months and 29 days in the county jail with credit for all time served that will run concurrent on all charges. The state also stipulates to credit for time spent at the Phoenix House Rehabilitation Center from October 21st of 2023 through March 17th of 2024. Your probation will be revoked and terminated. There's a $150 public defender fee, a $100 cost of prosecution, and any other outstanding requirements would be waived. Okay. Score sheet will be sent.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I left the score sheet in the printer, so I need to get it. He does score 16.35 months DOC.
Okay.
And I have no issues with the score sheet.
So this would be a downward departure based on a legitimate, uncoerced plea bargain.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
So I'll bring that score sheet to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Allen.
Steve Medina with Anthony E. Allen and 21 CF 282. Let me just make sure he doesn't have any questions. We went over the agreement before I drafted. Very simple, time served.
Hi, Mr. Allen.
We had been over the agreement, Your Honor. He's going to go ahead and sign it. We had been over the guts of it, but he doesn't have any questions. Thank you. Thank you. Your Honor, can we approach with the agreement signed by all parties in the score sheet?
Yes, please. Thanks, sir.
Your Honor, does the court prefer for the lawyer to announce the terms?
I can do it,
Okay.
but I appreciate it. Mr. Allen, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Anthony Dwayne Allen, 531-7.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
I have in front of me a written violation of probation plea agreement. You've gone over this with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
He's answered all your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering this admission, you're waiving your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove that you violated?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I will accept your admission in case number 21 CF 282 as freely and voluntarily entered. I will revoke and terminate your probation and give you credit for time served. You will have to pay a $100 violation of probation fee, $150 in public defender fees, and any outstanding monetary obligations will go to collections if they are not paid within 6 months. You do score 16.8 months of prison. Is this also a downward departure?
Yes, Your Honor, I think it's a legitimate uncoerced.
It is. So based on a legitimate uncoerced plea between the state and the defense.
And Your Honor, we had made Judge Ketchel aware, and the state is very aware that he has severe medical issues, and I think that's really the underlying subtext. Otherwise, he was going to go to Phoenix House. So.
Okay.
That's correct. And the state, tried to get through all the medical records, but we believe what is being told to us by the defense and the jail. So the jail has been in contact with my office, so we're just trying to do what's best for the community as a whole.
Yes. Mr. Allen, get better.
Good luck.
If I didn't announce it, he will be adjudicated guilty. It's not written on the plea, but just in case. All right. Thank you, sir.
He was originally adjudicated, so thank you. Very bienvenue.
Oh, man. Who's the vet court? Barry.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Barry B. Benvenue in 22 CF 2296. May I? Are you ready to sign? Actually, need to write that. Good. Glad you asked that. Okay. Do I just add a revoke and terminate?
Yeah, this is the miscellaneous.
So,
Hey, Barry.
I just added revoke, terminate. To view. I forgot to write that.
Is there more than one case?
Oh, yeah, Judge,
We are resolving the misdemeanor.
yes,
case.
Barry B.
Case
Benvenue
Commissioner.
is before the court in 22 CF 2296, but he also has 24 MM 3298. And under the agreement that's been reached, 24 MM 3298 can be resolved too, and that's written into the agreement, Your Honor.
Okay.
And we do have a revised score sheet from the state that I'm going to attach. And just so you have it for your records, this was your mental health evaluation, just so you can have it. Your score went way down because of the incorrect score sheet. Your Honor, we don't have a question on the corrected score sheet.
Okay.
May I?
Sir, as best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Barry Viet, March 28, 1966.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you give up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also give up your right to a VOP hearing where the state would have to prove you violated. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have in front of me the written plea agreement. You've gone over this with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
He's answered all your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Medina, I think you told me no exceptions or objections to the score sheet, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bienvenu, I will accept your plea of no contest in 24 MM 3298 as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to 60 days in the county jail with credit for time served. You will have 90 days upon release from that to pay $270 in court costs and a $50 cost of defense. In 22 CF 2296, I will accept your admission as freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty, revoke, and terminate your probation and sentence you to 11 months, 29 days in the county jail with credit for time served. Upon release, you will have 90 days. You will have 12 months to pay a $100 violation of probation fee, a $150 cost of prosecution. If you don't pay all that off within those 12 months, the money will go to collections. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is a downward departure. It's based on legitimate enforcement.
Your Honor, may I ask?
Wait. Based on what?
A legitimate unforced technique.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
He scores like 15 months.
Your Honor, I don't know if on the VOP case I apparently did write the $100 VOP fee. I don't know if I wrote the $150 public defender fees that included the $50 application fee.
You did.
I did? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Deanna,
Good morning, Mr. Brooks. Good morning. Also with Mr. Medina.
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page, if I may have a moment. Your Honor, I don't know, I don't control.
What's his last name?
I expect he will. I'm going to try to discuss it.
He's on, what time? Oh, I'll call him anyway then.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Lee A. Brooks in 22 CF 1635. Mr. Brooks was originally sentenced by Judge Ketchel on February 21st, 2023. He was also sentenced on the VOP on November 29th, 2023 that involved bars to bed Keaton, which he successfully completed. Then he picked up the violation that's before the court. There was a plea to the bench agreement entered before Judge Ketchel on December 12th, just last week, and Judge Ketchel put it on a short docket today to be sentenced. I've advised Mr. Brooks that he had a right to be sentenced by Judge Ketchel if he preferred that, and I also had discussed with the Madam Clerk that it's possible that Judge Ketchel would be able to sentence him tomorrow at 11:30 after we complete a sentence in another inmate's cases at 10 o'clock. But he's indicating to me he would just as soon go ahead and be sentenced by Your Honor. But I just think that he needs to make it clear on the record he's waiving his right to be sentenced by Judge Ketchel.
Well, because that turnaround is so short, Mr. Brooks, meaning Judge Ketchel can see you tomorrow, I am not comfortable sentencing you because I don't know anything about your case. And it sounds like you've been in and out with Judge Ketchel. He obviously gave you a quick turnaround for a reason. So I am going to push you to tomorrow. I understand that you are probably hoping to get out, but I can't promise you I would do that today. And so I think it would maybe be to your benefit to wait till just tomorrow at 11:30. Because he knows your case, and quite frankly, sir, you bet way better than I do. So I want that to be part of the consideration for your sentencing. Yes, sir.
Understood, Your Honor. I just wanted to, because I had not indicated to Your Honor, but the recommendation from state probation was Phoenix House. It was an unusual situation, so he's not going to be getting out to the street even if the PO recommendation is accepted tomorrow. So it is.
I mean, that's fine, but I don't know that I would accept the PO recommendation.
Of course, Your Honor.
And that's why, certainly if that's the recommendation, you probably want a judge who knows that history a little better than I do.
So,
Okay?
Your Honor, unless Judge Ketchel refuses to hear it on this time frame, can we continue to tomorrow at 11:30? I think that will work. Miss Sharpless and I have the one that's at 10. We think it'll be over by 11:30, and that this one will be a very short.
Is the one at 10 the only?
There's one at 9, Your Honor, so then there's one at 9, one at 10, and then it doesn't look like there's anything else after the 10 o'clock one, so.
So I scheduled it, only because this is how the docket is, 11:15, but we can hear him at 11:30. That date's already been.
So I'll put it at 11:15 and then.
Oh, do you have, we can put it at 11:15 then? That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
11 o'clock Zoom. Oh.
Well, Mr. Brooks, I'm going to put you on at 11:15 tomorrow, and then as soon as he's done with that call, Judge Ketchel will see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you, Your
thanks,
Honor.
Thank you.
Daquan Bridges? Your Honor, Mr. Daquan T. Bridges is on the afternoon docket for arraignment in 24 CF 2637. We have no problem with entering a not guilty plea now, but before we do that, he just wanted to hear what the state's offer is, and I will represent to the state and the court is that I've had some communications with his mother that indicate there has been some information from the alleged victim that I think is going to be favorable to Mr. Bridges, but I'm not prepared to put the state in the position of considering that at this time. But can the state advise on the state's position?
Your Honor, at this time, the state's offer is the guidelines prison sentence.
Can you tell us how much that is? I'm sorry, I just don't have that score sheet.
This score sheet I have may not be correct because I believe there's a second case, so.
Yes, there is.
It's.
But you know it's guidelines.
He scores prison.
Okay. Your Honor, so he'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm familiar with the other case that I've discussed.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, I may have misspoken. Does he have another new law, or is it a VOP?
He has another new case that I'm aware of.
Is that true? Because I apologize, Judge, but we have more than one client I have more than one client with a somewhat similar scenario.
Okay.
But I'm not sure, Madam Clerk, does he have another case? Because I don't want him to think he does if he doesn't.
I'm not showing.
I didn't think he had another
Yeah, I'm
one.
getting mixed up with something.
Yeah, I think I had originally gotten him mixed up with,
So
and I apologize. but
let's assume this
we
is
know who
the-
you are today.
Let's assume this is the only case he has. Do you have that score sheet?
I can, yes, I will give that to Mr. McNeil. It's a prison sentence.
Right, but are you looking at it? Can you tell us how much?
I'm
Sorry,
not,
just because I'm getting him mixed up with someone else, apparently, yeah, this score sheet's not, it's the, I don't have a score sheet, but I gave you one and let you know.
Okay. Mr. Bridges, you know you're looking at prison. I'm sorry, you don't know how much. The next court date you have will be February 10th with Judge Ketchel at 9 o'clock. Or actually, it'll be with Judge Clark at that point, because the judges are all shifted.
Right, that's-
Judge Clark on February 10th.
It'll actually be the 12th because he's incarcerated.
So inmates are all gonna be February 12th?
Yes.
Okay, so February 12th.
and I'll be meeting with him some more, Your Honor, providing some discovery to the state and reciprocal, so
Okay.
we'll see if we can
Good
get
luck to you,
something
sir.
done. Thank you.
Mr. Medina, just a heads up, Mr. Bartleson has come early. He's in the gallery if you want to talk to him. I'm gonna finish the inmates, but if you wanted to speak with him.
Nathan Crowder.
Mr. Crowder, good morning, sir.
Morning, ma'am.
With Ms. Farkas?
Your Honor, I need to double check, but I'm fairly certain that my office just withdrew from Mr. Crowder's case.
So, Mr. Crowder, you're with us today on your felony fleeing. I'm gonna ask the state, do you have an offer?
Your Honor, not as this one.
Yes, and Rudy Harper was assigned on yesterday, December 16th.
Thank you. Did you file an information?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the 24 CF 20, yes, information has been filed, it was just filed.
Okay.
There was an offer on another case, but he's gotten a new case, so.
Okay. So, Mr. Crowder, you do have an attorney. It's Rudy Harper with Regional Conflict Counsel. The PD had to withdraw, but then we moved the cases to Regional Conflict Counsel. At this time, because there's more than one case, it looks like there is not an offer available to you, but you should have that before your next court date, which will be February 10th. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, February 12th. Yes, you were right, sir. February 12th at 9 o'clock.
I got Mr. Cobb on my case already, I thought.
If he hasn't already filed, Rudy would be, or Mr. Harper would be appointed from RCC, but when he files, he'll be able to take over your case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Clifton Goo.
I'm gonna ask your offer on all cases, just so y'all know, so if you could have that ready.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Gotro.
Good morning. Yes, sir.
This is Mr. Gotro before the court in 24 CF 2638. We have a plea agreement to be filed in his case. If I may approach with the plea agreement score sheet, Your Honor.
You may. While he's doing that, sir, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
My name is Clifton Gotro. My birthday is May 4th, 1990.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
I have in front of me a written plea and sentencing agreement. You've gone over this with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
He's answered all your questions,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're satisfied with his representation.
Yes, ma'am, very much.
In going over all the rights that are checked on this written plea agreement, you do understand you're giving up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove you were guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Bless you, Ms. Farkas. And if for any reason you're in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will accept your plea to the charge of aggravated assault by threat in 242638.
Lesser included, Your Honor, of assault.
To the lesser included misdemeanor assault, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
As freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to 30 days in the county jail with credit for all time served. I'm not going to go that far.
Your Honor, that's the normal amount I always ask for, mainly because he is considered to be a PD client, so obviously he's got limited finances, and he does live with his mother, so I'm trying to keep as much of.
Does the court usually give you that one? All right. Upon release, you will have 24 months to pay $270 in court costs and $150 public defender fee. If you don't pay that, it'll go to collections. So make sure you get that done. It is an assault, so we'll need to take your prints and you'll be good to go.
Thank you very much. And you know, the other reason is Judge Ketchel, it's very rare driving around here is hard without a license.
Oh,
so that's the other reason he gives a little bit more time, is to make sure they don't lose their license.
You know the magic words for me, Mr. Gates. I like everybody to have a license.
Yes, Your Honor, this is going to be Mr. Direct Howard before the court. At this time, we're going to not guilty plea in his case. I do want to put on the record a bit of my frustration. Mr. Howard was arrested in November, we'll go 34 days ago, for an incident that occurred back in August. We had a pretrial detention hearing in which we asked the court to set a lower bond. The court set a $250,000 bond. At that hearing, it was my understanding the state had not heard from the victim. Multiple calls to the victim, no call. As we stand here today, it's also my understanding that we still haven't heard from the victim in Mr. Howard's case. And so he's sitting in jail on a high bond, in which it's been roughly 30 days since his arrest. At this point, about 4 months since the incident, I've asked the state to consider stipulating to a bond. They've told me no. I've told Mr. Howard we'll look to set a bond hearing at the beginning of January.
Yep, and Mr. Howard, Judge Clark will be coming in here in the beginning of January, so you'll have a different judge than me. But once Mr. Gates sets that bond hearing, I'm sure you'll have a good hearing.
Okay.
Thank you. And so your next court date will be February 12th. And you can always do the bond hearing sooner if you need to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Chris Johnson.
This is going to be Mr. Chris Johnson before the court. We have a plea agreement to be filed. I just need to get him to sign it.
Ms. Sharpless, when we're done this morning, I will only have 3 cases for the 1:30 docket. Any chance you would call Mr. Catalinic and see if we can start that a little early, the 2:30 hearing?
We can, go ahead. I can give him a call, Your Honor, since we have the plea ready to go
And
anyway.
I'll call my witness for the motion to suppress and see if I need him.
Yeah.
May I approach the plea agreement?
1 second with this.
Is the misdemeanor on that score sheet? On the second?
It is.
Okay, perfect.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
We're also going to be addressing a misdemeanor violation of probation, Your Honor.
Appreciate y'all helping county court out. All right. Mr. Johnson, raise your right hand for me, sir. As best you can, do you swear or affirm your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Chris Johnson, March 9th, 1963.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand by entering this plea you are giving up your right to a trial where the state would have to prove that you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, that's okay. It looks like you're also admitting a misdemeanor violation of probation. You realize by entering the plea you're giving up your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove that you violated.
Yes, ma'am.
And if for any reason you were in the country illegally, any plea could affect your immigration status to include deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had enough time to talk to your attorney?
Yes.
He's gone over the plea agreement and answered all your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with his representation?
Absolutely.
Sir, I will accept your admission in 243676, the misdemeanor case, as freely and voluntarily entered. I will revoke and terminate your probation and sentence you to time served. Upon release, you'll have 24 months to pay $100 cost of prosecution, $50 public defender fee. After that, 24 months cost would go to collections. In 24 CF 2661, I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to credit for time served. You will owe $515 in court cost, $150 public defender fee, and restitution to Walmart in the amount of 48.
Is it Walmart
So-
or Publix? Your Honor, I have that.
Well, I was going to ask you, because what you wrote was restitution to Walmart in the amount of $48.96 to Publix.
Publix, Your Honor, I meant to delete the Walmart.
Okay, so restitution to Publix, $48.96. Again, 24 months from the date of release to pay outstanding court cost restitution before they are sent to collections. And then looking at your score sheet, sir, I do not believe you score prison. So you're good to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Deputy will take your prints and you're good to go.
I think that concludes my business today, Your Honor.
All right, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Seth, since this is a plea to a misdemeanor and a felony, do you want to sign it? I'm signing in green today by accident, Judge Maynard, good night. We should have one more, right? Oh, no, is that the hearing?
I think that might be what Mr. Moore's trying to find out. Is that what Mr. Catalano? Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to be back, oh, Mr. Bartison?
Yes, we're ready with Mr. Bartles. I'm sorry, Judge.
That's okay.
He was being so quiet back there, I forgot. Sorry. Your Honor, Steve Medina with John K. Bartleson, 24 CF 2677. At this time, we will enter a not guilty plea. He is aware of the state's 90-day jail offer, and it is set for February 10, 2025 retrial, Your Honor.
All right, the court will see you back on that date, okay?
Can he have a copy of the public defender application to complete before he leaves the courthouse? Turn it in at the clerk's office on the first floor.
Okay.
Did I give my card?
No.
Come on.
All right, anything else before the court this morning?
So, Your Honor, I'll try to call the witness to see if we can get him here.
Yeah, we don't need to wait till 3:30.
I think
Okay.
he'll probably come. So it's still need to check.
Yeah, we still have 3 cases on that felony arraignment docket at 1:30, and then hopefully we can get everybody, get that hearing done at the same time.
And just to advise the court, Mr. Catalanic was going to talk to Mr. Bearman Figueroa, and he said he was going to try to see him this morning about something, and I don't know if, because Mr. Bearman Figueroa was here, I don't know if he.
Is Mr. Catalanic here? Is he in the building maybe with another judge?
I have not seen
I could text him.
Yeah, see if he's here.
You may want, I'm just letting the court know he may need to see his client too before he started.
Well, it may be able to answer our 1:30 question.
But we will be back at 1:30 for the arraignment docket, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Your Honor, can I approach? I do have some cases that the state might use.
Does Mr. Catalanic already have him?
I emailed copies yesterday. I didn't realize that.
You want to see the authors on the left?
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, do you know probationer's name this afternoon?
All right, so
Jessica, would probation be needed this afternoon?
We are doing JCS, so.
Nope.
No.
Thank you.
on Donkey.
Judge, he's not here.
Okay, just let him know his client is, and we're going to start at 1:30.
Withhold 18 months. 615 court costs.
All right, court is adjourned. Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
All right.